At the time of recording this video, I didn't know it, but I was experiencing the onset of a little cold, so my energy and appearance weren't at 100%. Regardless, I really enjoyed filming it, and I hope you guys liked the video. Waiting for this to kick in. It's early and I'm still tired. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is ethangaskill, and on today's video, we're gonna be doing a little apartment update. There has been a lot changing in my life and around my home, which is a big part of my life. So much so that I have been really struggling to keep up with all of the changes happening in my home here on YouTube. Today, I wanted to give you guys an update on my apartment, some new pieces that I picked up for my space that I really, really love and think you guys will too. I also want to show you guys some seasonal decor for Halloween. We're gonna head over to the living room to check out the first area of my home where there's been a lot of updates. Let's go get into it. Wanted to start the video off with all of the seasonal updates in my home. So as you can see, I have a beautiful mantle set up here for Halloween. And honestly, this is the first time in many years that I have decorated for Halloween, which is kind of funny because Halloween is actually one of my favorite holidays, and I've just been having so much fun putting a lot of time and energy into my decor. And I don't know, I feel like you just kind of have to like make time to romanticize the season and just do fun, spooky things with your home, which is what I've been doing. In the past, I let that little devil on my shoulder tell me, you know, don't decorate. It's just not worth your time. It's just you in the house. Like, what's the point? You know, like, it's not going to be that enjoyable. It's easier to just like not do anything at all. And this year I just decided that I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to decorate my home so that way when I wake up each morning, my house just feels festive. And I'm so glad that I did, because I've really been enjoying all the decorations. It's so funny because all of my friends who have been coming over, once they see all my Halloween decor, they're like, wow, I really regret not decorating. Your home is so cozy and it's fun that you like got festive for the season. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I'm glad I did it this year. I feel like it is so important to romanticize the seasons, because if you don't romanticize the seasons, you're just gonna find that every part of the year kind of just feels the same, especially when you live like in Los Angeles, where the weather is relatively warm and the seasons are there. It's kind of like a seasonless city. You don't really get the temperature changes that kind of help your body and mind get into the spirit of whatever the seasons are as they change. So I've been trying to be so much more intentional about making my space sort of change throughout the year in accordance with whatever season it is. And it's been really nice because I feel like it keeps your home fresh. It is just fun to get creative and switch up your space in different ways using just smaller decor elements. So yeah, if you're watching this now and it's a little too late to decorate for fall or Halloween, that's okay. Just, you know, Christmas is around the corner. You know, make sure you go get yourself a Christmas tree, or at minimum some like mistletoe or a nutcracker or something like that. But regardless of the fact, like no matter what point in the year it is, like get a different throw blanket to put on your couch at different points, or get flowers that you can swap out throughout the year. Maybe change the scent in your home up with different candles, and try to just kind of make a moment out of every point in the year. I feel like when you do that and you kind of look back throughout the year, you remember specific details to specific points, and it just makes it all feel a lot more special. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer to see all the details, and I'm gonna hold the camera so you can check everything out, and I'm gonna give you the rundown on all of my decor in my living room. So let's get into it. Okay, so starting with the mantle in my living room, I probably put the most energy into this specific area because I feel like mantles are a great space for that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of incorporate things that felt like Halloween but weren't like literal full-size skeletons. I feel like when you're, you know, celebrating Halloween or really any holiday for that matter, it's okay to get like a little campy with it, I think. I think that's what makes it fun. So anyway, so starting off down here, we have these really cool handmade pumpkins that were from World Market. I I bought a larger one, and then there's also a smaller one over there. They're a really interesting sort of stone texture. I'm really not quite sure what they're made out of, but I got these at World Market, and I want to say that one was $34.99 and that one was probably $24.99 for the slightly smaller one. I think they're really great. I think they were so worth the money. They look really beautiful, and I feel like World Market generally has great prices for pretty fun Halloween stuff. I also got a front porch mat, which looks like a haunted house. I can show you guys real quick. Look at how cool that is. Anyway, back to the mantle. One interesting way that you can decorate for Halloween and not make it look so cheesy is just utilize thrifted or vintage home decor that sort of has a kind of Halloween or like spooky essence to it. I got these from a vintage shop called Hide Goods. They're based here in Southern California. I use these year round, but I thought they also looked kind of cool and eerie for Halloween because they're like chains. So those are really cool. And then kind of similarly, up here, I have this little sculpture of a man's head that is also very scary, but weird and cool. And so I thrifted that probably a few months ago, not for the intent of using it for Halloween, but it totally makes sense in this context because it's like really weird. And then this picture I got off of Facebook Marketplace. I didn't originally buy it for Halloween, but it totally works there. And then these houses I really love. I got them from Crate & Barrel. I have this smaller one here, and then I have this larger one here, which the way these look at nighttime, it's so cool. Like it just casts a really beautiful glow on the wall. I really love these a lot. And then additionally on the mantle, we have these little ravens, which are from Anthropology. I think they're really cool, really simple, and just contrast nicely because my mantle's all white, so with these being black, it just looks really pretty. And then another hack for decorating for holidays, if you want to keep things fairly minimal, is use color association. So if you don't want to go out and buy actual Halloween decor, just swap out some of your candlestick holders that you would typically have white candles on with orange ones. It's a great way to update your home for different seasons or holidays without having to go out and buy like specific holiday decor that can only be used for Halloween and then has to sit in storage. I think these look really nice, and I love the orange color. I want to say these were from Target. And then this here is a really cool pillar candle. It's also from Target. I want to say this was $6.99, and it smells like pumpkin spice, but in like a really subtle, nice way. I think these are such a good price for how good they smell, and they look really cool too, just because it's like sort of ribbed or textured. I don't know what that material is called. And the little tray it's sitting on, I got a 3-pack of these on Amazon. I can try to link my Amazon storefront below, but I love these. These are really nice. And then backing out, you can see all these bats here. I got the bats also on Amazon. They're a little cheap looking, but kind of fun too. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like them. So yeah, that's the mantle, and I really like the way it turned out. Our next setup, which I think is probably one of the most beautiful in my home, is this bar cabinet area where I have yet another one of those candles, but I also have these really cool cups that I got from Crate & Barrel. I bought these so early on in the season because I just thought they were really pretty. I think I got them like early September, and they're all sold out now. They sold out really quickly. But yeah, there's bats and ghosts, and I have them sitting on a display stand that I just got from Target. I want to say that was probably like $12 or something. Dried flowers, which look kind of nice for fall and of course Halloween because they're like dead. And then this really cool book, which I actually want to show you guys real quick because it's one of my favorites. It's called Did I Scare You? And it's basically a coffee table book that features really weird photographs that this man took around his house with his family and just like random parts of his home, objects and environments that they've made kind of spooky for Halloween, which is very cute. I just think this book is so fun, and obviously for the season makes complete sense to have out, but I keep this out year round, to be honest with you. Like I said, quite a fan of Halloween and horror and all those things. So yeah, I actually found that book at a bookstore here in LA, and just when I saw it, I was like, I need this in my home immediately. So I purchased it. Yeah, this setup is pretty simple. Not too much else to show here. I do really like the way this corner looks though in my home. Like, I just think it's so pretty, like the wood tone and framed photographs behind, which don't make any sense at all for the season. It's like people snowboarding. I found those at an estate sale and just thought they were really pretty, like the way the mat looks and everything, and yeah, thought they were really nice. So moving right along, I have this blanket that I picked up from Home Goods, I want to say. Not too much to say about it. It's super comfortable. It's like a really nice, soft material, and just how chunky it is, like looks great for the season. And then coming to my wall unit where my TV is and everything, I have the Hereditary coffee table book, which is 100% one of my absolute favorite things that I own. I also keep this book out year round, but obviously during the season, it like makes even more sense to be out. It's really cool. It's like the whole movie script and then stills from the film as well. So yeah. I have that book out, and then some bats. And then the last bit of Halloween decor are these little pumpkins that I bought at Target, some flowers, and this book, which is like art by Andrew Wyeth. A lot of his art is just very weird and unsettling. Like, I just love his work so much. I think it's really beautiful and haunting. So yeah. Okay, next thing that I wanted to show you guys is my brand new sofa from CB2. So before I had this sofa, I actually had a little velvet green IKEA sofa, which I think was pretty, but it was so uncomfortable. Like, really, really uncomfortable. And before I had that, I actually did purchase a secondhand CB2 sofa off of Facebook Marketplace when I first moved into this apartment. Honestly, I debated on this sofa for quite a while because it's very rare that I ever buy anything brand new for my home. Like, I try to thrift or shop secondhand for almost all the pieces I have. I am really in love with it. I feel like your sofa is such a good thing to invest in because most of the time you're going to own it for years and years, and sofas also get used a lot. Kind of like a mattress, you know, you want to spend good money on a mattress because you're going to sleep on it every night, and you know, sofas you probably are going to sit on every day. This particular sofa is called the Modernica sofa, and I want to say it was originally $4,000, but I'm part of the CB2 trade program, so when you're a part of that program, you get 20% off everything. If you own a business or do work that's adjacent to the home and interior industry, or if you just own a business and you know, have like a home office or something and you need pieces for your space, it really comes in handy because if you already are a customer at CB2 or Crate & Barrel, you get 20% off. And at Crate & Barrel, they have all of those appliances that you probably will need for your home. For example, I really want a Breville espresso machine, so I'm probably gonna use that discount to get an espresso machine here soon. When I submitted my application, I heard back with an approval probably in less than like an hour. It was really fast. And they give you a number which you can then use pretty much immediately to start buying things. So highly recommend the trade program. But yeah, the sofa is so comfortable. I love the design of how like the arm kind of flows into the base of the couch. I think it looks really nice. The leather quality is absolutely incredible. My only thing that I don't love about it is when you're leaning back, I'm fairly tall, so it kind of feels like the back is short and there's not as much support there, but I mean, there's like cushions and stuff, and I feel like most of the time when I lay in this, I just kind of like reclined anyway. I just sink into the sofa. But yeah, aside from that one little design thing, the sofa's amazing. It's, you know, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks very regal and expensive and beautiful. I don't know anyone yet who has this sofa, so I mean, obviously there are people out there who do own it, but yeah, I do feel like it kind of stands out from a lot of the other sofas that you see in people's homes, like cloud couches, or even within the CB2 brand, there are a lot of sofa designs that you see people get. I just wanted something different, but I also didn't want to spend like 10K on a couch from Design Within Reach, or like, sofas can get really pricey. I feel like CB2 does a great job of hitting the mark for design, price point, and quality. I really think their sofas are totally worth it. So moving from the sofa to the floor, I actually want to show you guys my new rug, which has been great so far. Okay, so under my sofa is my new rug, and I swear when I decided that I wanted to find a neutral rug for my living room, I did not realize how hard that would be. I feel like everything that I found was either too gray, or had weird tassels on it, or patterns, or textures, or it was just like so crazy expensive. And while I do believe in investing in nice things for my home, this is also sort of risky to put a light rug in the living room just because it's gonna naturally probably get dirty, and I don't didn't want to be spending like thousands and thousands on a rug that's just gonna get messed up. So yeah, the one that I ended up getting is from AllModern, and I believe it's called the Crow rug. I actually got this rug the same day that I got my sofa, and I've owned it now for, yeah, like a little bit over a month, and it's held up really well. It doesn't look too dirty yet. I think for like probably the first week or so, it actually did shed quite a bit, but since then has not shed at all, which is really nice. You can see there is like a little bit of texture and sort of like a striped pattern here, but standing at a distance, it's very minimal. This rug is really comfortable. Like the way that it feels on your feet is super nice and cozy. And yeah, I feel like it just really helped lighten up the whole space. Okay, and then the last item that I wanted to show you guys is this beautiful wall sconce that I purchased probably 2 or 3 weeks ago from Design Within Reach. It is called the Stemlight wall sconce, I believe. I want to say that it was around $800, which is a very, very high price to pay for a wall sconce, but I got it for 20% off because Design Within Reach was doing a sale. So I want to say it was around like $680 or so, which is still a lot. But I remember seeing this on Design Within Reach's website at some point really early on in the year. And then when I was in Beverly Hills one day, I went into a cafe called Maru, and they actually had this light in the cafe. When I saw it in the coffee shop, I was like, okay, I need this in my house. So months and months later, I just finally decided to go for it and purchased it. I feel like a lot of the items in my living room are more wooden or warm tone. So with this being darker chrome, it just adds a really beautiful contrast and just brings a whole different flavor to the space. Okay, and for our last furniture item, I wanted to show you guys my new bed, which is from a brand called Modernica. They're based here in Los Angeles. They make really beautiful, insanely well-crafted, mid-century modern furniture. I have been eyeing this particular bed for a while, but it's around $2,000 new, and I recently found one on Facebook. The seller originally had the bed listed for around $1,200, I want to say, and I talked them down to $1,000. They accepted, and I had Lug go and pick it up, deliver it to the house. This one was in such good condition because the seller told me they basically had it sitting in their guest room for years and years, and it was slept on probably like 4 or 5 times. These are also really uncommon to find on Facebook Marketplace because a lot of people who buy them tend to hold on to them. I feel super lucky that I found the exact model, bed size, and wood stain that I wanted. This particular model is called the Bentwood Case Study Bed, but they have a bunch of other designs that are really beautiful too. I want to show you guys some up close shots of the details because it's really pretty. Okay, so starting off on the headboard, the wood grain is just so beautiful to me. Like, it looks really nice. There's just so much interesting detail to the like make of this bed. There actually is like sticker residue here I need to take off, but aside from that, the bed is in absolutely remarkable condition. I want to say they said it's about 6 years old. I think it's so cool that this has a metal base, and the craftsmanship just feels so nice. I don't think I've ever owned a bed that feels as high quality as this bed does. Once again, all of their items are crafted by hand, so you really do notice a difference, I think, because of that. Okay, and then moving to a lower part of the bed, you can see why it's called the Bentwood bed, because the legs are actually a molded and bent piece of wood, which I don't even know how they do that. I just think this design is so unique and really, really pretty. But yeah, not too much else to say. That's my new bed. Okay guys, that wraps up today's video. I had so much fun filming this, and I hope you have had fun watching it. Before you click off, I do have a favor to ask. Can you please drop a comment and let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see from me? Also, if you haven't yet liked this video or subscribed to my channel, I would love to ask that you consider doing that. And if you want to connect further, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post daily content about home, style, and beauty. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye guys.